Well, with me in the studio is Shami Chakrabarti, who is the Shadow Attorney General, but who's actually not here in that capacity. This is not a day for political points. Shami was for 13 years, until last year, the director of Liberty, the civil rights group. A very good evening to you. The great question that emerges on days like this is, have we got the balance between liberties and security right?
Well, there's a sweeping question with so many questions within it, but I think at the heart of all of this is probably a word that Tony Lloyd used briefly in the interview with Emily, which was this idea of solidarity, this idea of a community trying to stay calm and united under the kind of provocation that you see from this kind of terrorism, which is of course designed to provoke, is designed to divide, designed to turn people against each other and to have people living in fear, and ironically to shut down what Theresa May today called our liberal pluralist society. So I think it's certainly the kind of day for calm, a certain pause for thought and unity, and then of course for resources. And we've heard, we hear about the threats been raised and the resources that are to be deployed. I've not heard anything as yet that suggests a knee-jerk to bring in
but that
sweeping
would worry
powers.
you that there's a rush to judgment, because obviously at occasions like this, particularly where children are involved, people will want to tilt the balance away from liberty and say, screw liberty, it's about getting these people.
Well, there wasn't any liberty in that concert hall last night for those children. And let's be clear that human rights include the right to protection of precious life. However, how best to do that, and probably not, we've learnt, by knee-jerks that divide and don't unite, I think.
The Sun is reporting that the government is about to ask Parliament to approve so-called TCNs, technical capability notices, which will force internet companies to basically de-encrypt or to hand over encrypted data. I don't know the details. Is this the kind of thing that you think is going too far, or is that the kind
I don't know what the Sun is or isn't reporting, but there is no Parliament at the moment. I mean, this is one of the challenges of this rather extraordinary moment. There is no Parliament. We've got this terrorist atrocity. We've got no Parliament. However, there are still checks and balances. I have colleagues who are Privy Councillors. I know that Theresa May has spoken to the leader of the opposition and will no doubt do so again. I have other colleagues like Diane Abbott, the Shadow Home Secretary, again a Privy Councillor. There is still the possibility for discussion and scrutiny in a bipartisan way in these challenging times.
Can I ask, are you satisfied with the system? We have the independent body who recommend the threat level. Are you satisfied, if you like, with the broad independence of that system, that it's not subject to politicisation, that system works?
Look, what I would say on a night like this one is that this is not the moment for conspiracy theories. So if anybody is, feeling panicked about the timing of this, I would just urge them to be calm and united. I have colleagues who are great civil libertarians and human rights folk and Privy Councillors, and I think that it is possible to take this forward in a bipartisan way.
And you broadly support then the raising of the threat level?
I am not a Privy Councillor, and I have not seen the intelligence, but nor am I going to take a knee-jerk in the other direction and to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't think that would be good for anybody this evening.
Thank you very much, Shami Chakrabarti.